really did, because normally this works without any issues. I'll have to fire off a note to them later. I'm so sorry, Kathy. Apologies to anybody else that was watching over there. Hopefully she'll find it. Gosh, that's annoying. That is so annoying. I have to try to keep an eye and make sure it doesn't time out. I don't know. Then I found this little brass napkin holder. It's made in Taiwan. Okay, get it cleaned up. And I found, you know, always, if you ever been to the bins, you always dig to the bottom. I found this little, oh, something's going on. I even updated my app. I made sure nothing was pending. So I don't know what's going on. This is what they call a Tootsie toy. And it's still in really good condition. And then just these little random, I know, hooligan beans. I've heard my daughter talking about these because she does toys. So I always sort through the bottom of the bins, you know, to see what's there. There's also this whole bag of vintage advertisement pencils. Get the right one, there can be some good money on those. I also got this little beaded Hong Kong purse. It's in really good condition. Got that. And then, what else? And these I can't take out of the bag. At least they put them in a baggie, salt and pepper shakers. And they're full. People, when you donate your shakers, empty them. Jeez. Oh my God, I can't even. Yeah, I know. Who knows? I also got this little Capiz tray. That was cute. Nothing is ever simple. And then again, for St. Patrick's Day, I snagged these. I'll put them in my St. Patrick's Day box, new old stock cards. Trying to keep an eye and make sure we don't time out over here. Thank you, Kathy, so much for staying with me. I appreciate that. Then we got this Pennsylvania Dutch cookbook. And I grabbed these. These are brown scapula, and they're little Catholic. I don't know what you call them, but like these have Our Lady of Mount Carmel and Saint Simon stock. These actually have good value. I was really surprised. I mean, I picked them up because I keep a bin of like religious iconography, whether it's books, the prayer cards, the rosaries, whatever, you know, and then I you know, eventually will make either a lot or put them with other things like those little bitty Bibles and stuff. But I was surprised. I was like, you know, I didn't expect that. And then I found these little little reindeer wind chimes, and I have some other ones. So I thought I'm gonna do them all like in one bundle. But I have some other little Christmas ones. But look at those. So that's why I picked up those, because I knew I had, I think, Christmas trees and then one other set. So I thought, you know, those would be good in just a bundle for that. I also, again, I'm always looking for package toppers. But look at these little llama Christmas cards. Aren't those cute? Super cute. Got that. And then I also grabbed, look at these, vintage ornament hangers. Still in their original box. Made in Japan. And they're still in there. Look at that. But, of course, I was really grabbing it for the box. I like the box. Yeah, I thought so. And it's in good condition. I mean, it didn't get smashed. I found that in the clothing bin. I don't know why it was in clothing. Oh, yeah. I also found this little girl, and I've sold her before, but I found her in her original box. She is Avon, the little bunny, but she has her baby. And the baby is, yeah, look at that. Still in her original box. So I picked her up. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just put her back for Easter, you know. So, I always tell people, open boxes. You never know what's going to be in the box, you know? Okay, guys. I had to pick this up. It is funny. Richard Simmons. This is the food mover. Look at that. And it does move, like you move it around, and I don't know what you do with this thing, but I mean, you know, he's not around anymore. So I was like, I don't know. Sentimental value. I'll pick it up. Right? Jessica was just like, I don't get it. And then I grabbed this. This is a little party light. It's a party light brass candle stuffer. Still with its tags on it. Got that. Then I picked up this adult coloring book. I have others of this. Some of them I sold during our Everything Goes, but I typically will bundle these together in lots. We had that one. Then, you know, I find interesting things when I'm at the bins, and people sometimes just overlook them, but I go ahead and I look them up. But look at this. This guy sells really well. This is a vintage meat tenderizer, still in the box. So I thought what I would do is I have some other kitchen tools, whatnot, you know, that I thought I will just bundle them all together in a lot that are still in the box, because some people like the original boxes in their kitchens. Something else I found that I was surprised was still there was this stack of R.L. Stein's books. These are all old Kmart, but look, I have a whole stack of them. So some of them do well on their own. Others, you know, do better in a bundle. So I did look these up while I was at the bins to see if it was worth picking up, and they were. So yeah, so I'm going to put these all in a bundle. These are in good shape, and they're going to get listed. And then I found some other little books. So I found this little golden. So we'll put that in our Christmas. The Little Lost Kitten. Look at this wiggle tail. Oh my gosh, this one is so cute. Now this one's in a little bit of rougher condition, but I was just like, even if somebody didn't want it for, you know, the condition that it's in, it's still really great for like repurposing, harvesting and stuff. I mean, other than, you know, it's come apart from the spine, everything else is in good condition, but I couldn't leave that behind. And we have the Shaggy Dog. Look, this is one of the older ones because it's got the advertisements on the back. So I had to pick him up again for Christmas. And y'all, look up books. Look up books because look at this one. I found this one, the Ruby Throat Hummingbird. It's a library copy, but the comps, even for a library copy, are upwards of $40. That one took me by surprise. I didn't look at it at the bins. I looked it up when we got home. I was quite shocked because then I was like, well, it's a library book. It probably won't comp out as well. It doesn't matter. I don't know what it is about that book. Boxes. Always open little boxes. Look at this non-assuming little box. But look what was in there. I mean, we have some little butterflies. But look. We got these littles that are in here. And we got, this one is out of paper. And then this one is out of the nylon. When Jess saw it, she saw that Santa head and she was like, why? I'm like, why not? She didn't appreciate that. Yes, it is, Kathy. It is all about the graphics. So, and then I picked up another little stack of scrapbook paper. Like I said, these are really good, you know, to add to like your ephemera lots and stuff when you're making junk journal kits. And I also picked up this Jesse's Pie and Bread book. And it even has, she even cut out like a recipe in here. But this looks really good. Yeah, right? Then I got this and I was like, I know it's not in the best condition, but I was like, it could be harvested. But look at it. It's the Golden Christmas Annual. But the inside, I mean, that's what we're after. Look at it. I was like, it could be repurposed. It is so good. So this is 1971. There's the back. But I was like, I had to pick that up. You know, people, you have to reimagine things when you're at the bins. Then I also got this, the College Book of Verse. And the reason I picked it up, again, I was thinking about any like journaling, if somebody doesn't want the book itself. But I was like, you know, cut out some of these poems to put, you know, in a journal would be good. My favorite book I found, and Jessica looked this one up, Comps. Again, crazy. Look at this. Look how beautiful this book is. It is gorgeous. And it's even in the condition, it's a Knickerbocker Classic. Allison, what does it say? It is, let's see. Poetic Words. What does it say? Let's look for the name of it. Alston's Poems, but it's a book of poetry, and it was gifted in 1910 on it. But it's a beautiful, beautiful book. So, other than a little bit of fading here, I got it because of the graphics on it. And it actually had comps ranging from $30 to $45. So, yeah, I picked that up. Okay, now the last thing I got, and if y'all follow me on Instagram, you saw this. This bin had already been gone through several times. It was the same bin that I found the dwarf needlepoint and the bluebird. I saw this little box, and I'm like, what's that little box? And if you're at the bins, you got to be discreet, because if somebody sees you very focused, they're going to start surrounding you. So you have to kind of be a little casual in what you're doing. So open the box. Look at this. Look at that. There's the back. They are absolutely gorgeous in person. I don't think anybody ever wore them. I think they probably got them as a gift, or it was a store clear out or something. They are beautiful. I couldn't believe this was in the bag and that no one picked them. And I mean, so once I found them, I started going through that bin and looking more. And that's when I found the other stuff. And I couldn't help but wonder, it's like, well, what was in there before I got to it? So you never know what you're going to find. This was in the bottom, just like before when I found the Fenton trees, all the way in the bottom. So yeah, I was pretty excited over that. So that will pay for half of what everything costs. Everything, there's like just 2 or 3 things they get listed and sold. Will pay for everything, and then everything else after that is gravy. So I was super happy with my trip. Y'all just wait and see what I found Saturday. Oh my God. I found some Victorian pieces Saturday. I'm so freaking excited. So a lot of this you'll start seeing getting listed, or they'll come to a sale. But if you saw anything that you were specifically interested in, you can always message me. And I can give you a price on that, or you can wait and see if it shows up in a sale. So that's everything I had for today. I have a day full of meetings again. Poo-poo. Retirement is looking better and get, I told my boss, I said, I'm not going to tell you when, but I'm just going to start warning you. It's really calling me right now. All right, guys. With that, yeah, I thought so, Amber. I was really excited because between the jewelry, the reindeer hanger, the jewelry box, I mean, I will tell you, I spent $60. So, yeah, there only a couple things need to sell, and then everything will be good. So, yeah, I was pretty excited. All right, guys, next week we will do the glow sale. Okay, so I am going to bring some vintage and antique glow glass, as well as glowy jewelry. So if you like things that glow, be sure to come next week. We'll probably start loading the catalog this weekend. All right. With that, I will let y'all go. I'm not sure if anybody is on yet, but if they are, we'll raid into them. Let's see. Nope, nobody is on. So again, thanks for joining me, guys. I will catch y'all later. Bye now.